There are serious problems in Wood Buffalo National Park, specifically in the Peace-Athabasca Delta. Now it's time for Canada to take action. Primarily the concerns for the Mikisew have been regarding water, and declining water, and basically changing water quality.
Say even the last, 10 years, most of those years have been like in drought conditions. So like this year is an exception that we've had a really high snowfall, and like we've had a good winter. And but like I was mentioning to you earlier, in the last 30 years, I mean, I'd say we've lost 50% of our water. You know, being here in this place right now, this is where I spent a lot of time with my grandparents growing up. And if my grandpa were here today, he would definitely see the changes like instant. You know, but there are some families who can't get to their traditional hunting grounds because of the water levels. If the water levels stayed as they were, they would be able to exercise their rights to go into these areas, to hunt, to fish, and even to trap in the winter months.
Well, when I was younger, I used to live in the bush most of my life. It was good because the water was high. We used to go all over and never shortage of water. And any place you want to go, you see animals, buffaloes, a lot of ducks, geese, whatever, molding geese and stuff like that. And it was good. And now, it don't look too good now.
Talking to a lot of community members, notably elders that were there when the Bennett Down was being put in, the filling of Williston Lake by BC Hydro in the late 60s. I think they always say that's when the most significant changes started to happen downstream in the Delta.
Well, from the people I've talked to, they see the changes and they're concerned about it. You know, not being able to get out there and have ready access like we used to our natural traditional foods like berries and, you know, our fishing and hunting. It's just not as much. The animals aren't there, not as many. And we're also very concerned about health. You know, there's some of the animals have spots on their liver, and they have growths, and they have, you know, we don't really know what you're eating. You have to really look at it carefully before you could eat it. People, they're afraid.
The Honourable Member for Edmonton Strathcona.
Mr. Speaker, UNESCO issued a stern warning that without immediate action, Canada could lose World Heritage Site for wood buffalo. They directed that this government immediately take 17 direct actions, including conducting an assessment of the impacts of Site C Dam on the Peace-Athabasca Delta, and engage directly with affected Indigenous peoples. Indigenous leaders are saying this government's approach to Site C has violated treaty and constitutional rights. Does this government have any intention of acting on these directives and concerns?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the member for a question. Our government is committed to the ongoing protection of Wood Buffalo National Park. The comprehensive review of legislation, regulation, and management practices are in place to ensure the protection of Wood Buffalo National Park, including the outstanding universal value enshrined in its inscription as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Parks Canada is working with the 11 Indigenous communities to create a cooperative management framework for the national park that respects the cultures and traditions of Indigenous peoples. Thank you.
The system is so fragmented that Alberta will deal with their problems, BC, you deal with your problems, Canada is sort of just letting that happen. And then you got downstream World Heritage Site, Wood Buffalo, that is sort of just falling through the cracks. Nobody wants to take responsibility for it. And so now, Canada, you have to fix this broken system that has been creating these problems in the first place. So we're at that point where Canada has to take some serious steps to addressing those concerns and are obligated to do so to the World Heritage. So we'll see.